I'd probably teach you in one of my teaching schools, and I've probably talked in the last few weeks about my new drum tuition progress table that I think is really important for all of my students to learn, master, understand and remember as well. More than just learning it on the day and getting the tick in the box on the table, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's important that you actually remember it afterwards. So I've decided to make this YouTube video and help you guys at home, if you want to watch the video and understand the things that you need to achieve. So this particular video is specifically concerned with the first of the two beginner tables which I've created. Now these exercises are just a collection of very basic rudiments or beats or patterns that I think are very important for you guys to learn and remember and know. So what we're going to do is go through the basic things on this table. Now there is in all 8 different sections to fill in, to learn, and the first one is concerned with rudiments. Rudiments are also known as sticking patterns, and they're simply the order in which we play our sticks on the drum kit. The first one, there's 4 what I consider very basic rudiments that we should all know, and the first one is called the single stroke roll. Single stroke because each hand plays a single stroke, and it's simply right to left continued. So here we go. Okay, very basic and straightforward, but notice that the volume of the notes is the same. I'm playing the centre of the drum each time, and the stick comes back the same amount of distance, each stick does, and also that the distance of the notes are the same. That's probably the most important thing. Here we go again, a little bit quicker this time. Okay, the next one is the double stroke roll, called the double stroke roll because each hand plays a double stroke, right, right, left, left. So here we go, nice and slowly to begin with. And a little bit quicker. I'm not going to play it really fast. The purpose of this video is not for me to show off, it's to help you guys learn what you need to learn. So slightly quicker again. Okay, so now I've had a go at the single stroke roll and the double stroke roll. The next one is the paradiddle, probably the most talked about rudiment in terms of drums. A funny name and quite a unique way to actually stick. And the basic rudiment of the paradiddle, the order in which we play our sticks, is right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. So very basically, here we go. Okay, and a little bit quicker again. The paradiddle, a very versatile rudiment as well. You have the paradiddle beat, which is not part of this table, but nonetheless good for you to hear. Nice groove there, and very useful for patterns around the toms, such as this. Etc. Okay, this one is called the falam. It's called the falam because it sounds like falam. And it's a very important rudiment in terms of rock. It's a loud, powerful sound. I'll play a few flams on the kit. Big, powerful noise. It sounds great, but very important to play it correctly. So it's basically both sticks together, but very slightly apart. And this would be a good flam. That was leading with the right hand, but we can also lead with the left. And the trick is with a good flam is to also learn what a bad flam is. Well, a bad flam would be both sticks together like this. There's only really one discernible note there, not two. And another bad way of playing a flam would be this. Because it's like two separate notes. So once more, a good flam would be this. Okay, so one of the most important elements within the drum tuition progress table first part deals with what is the drummer's job in a band. Now this is something that I've tried really hard to drill home to everybody, that they understand that the drummer's job in a band is to keep the beat, also known as to keep time. And that means that whatever you do around the kit, clever beats or fills, or whether you go from a verse to a chorus, whatever you do, that you keep a nice steady speed, which we call tempo, throughout. And that fundamentally is the drummer's most important job in the band. More than any other instrument, is for the drums to keep the beat, keep time. Okay, this is the cha-cha beat. Called the cha-cha because of the double snare drum that takes place in the bar. Cha-cha. Typically on the 4 and the 4 hand, or it can also be on the 2 and the 2 hand. We're going to keep it to the 4 and the 4 hand, and this one I'm going to use the ride with the right hand instead of the hi-hat. So here we go, again for 8 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now for triplets. These are concerns, or these triplets are 8th note triplets, and we would count them in a bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Some people prefer to count them 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. I don't mind which you use. They're both a tool to get the job done, which is to play good triplets in time on the kit. And again, we're going to use the alternate sticking pattern, effectively like the single stroke roll, although the timing is different. And it sounds like this. That's 1 bar of 8 note triplets, counted 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we're going to speed it up a bit and play 4 bars. Here we go. Okay, and an example of how 8th note triplets might work with a beat. Here we go. So, drum fills. What is a drum fill? A drum fill... Okay, the last element on the progress table is drum fills, and it asks you guys to play 3 different drum fills around the kit. Part of the reason that I've asked for that is to prove that you can improvise and you can play different things around the drum kit when you play. And also because it's just good fun to play fills. They're great. What is a drum fill? Well, it's actually quite hard to explain what a drum fill is with words. We can all play them. My definition for drum fill is really something that's different from the beat that's being played. And you can really use any part of the drum kit to do fills. You can do cymbal fills, you can do hi-hat fills, bass drum snare fills, fills on the toms. I think perhaps what most of us think of when we think of drum fills is things around the toms. We all know the drum fill by Phil Collins in The Air Tonight. We tend to think of drum fills like that, but they can also be more subtle than that as well. They can sound like this. So there was 2 drum fills there, the first one on the hi-hat, the second one a little double snare drum. Here are some very basic drum fills that you've probably worked on in the last few months or in your first year of tuition. Here we go. We played 8 eighth notes around the kit, 2 notes on each drum to be specific. Here's another one. That's a great sounding fill, nice grouping of notes there. And here's another one. Note that that fill finishes with a flam, which we've already discussed, and some short drum fills. I personally class short drum fills as drum fills that only last for 1 beat of the bar. So typically it'll be on the 4th beat of the bar, the last beat of the bar. Here are the 3 that we tend to go over. That one I call the cauliflower, because the way it sounds, cauliflower. And this one is called the Weetabix. And last but not least, the beef burger fill. This is probably the most popular drum fill of all. That one always sounds great in virtually any genre or style that you play. Thank you.